Hey everybody, this is Andy here from WeareAllAroundgaming, welcoming you back to episode 3 of this Sonic Adventure DX playthrough. So in the last episode we did the shitty casino episode, and this episode we're going to do the super cool ice level. Okay, this is one of my favorite levels in like video game history. I think it's so cool, and I absolutely love the soundtrack. So when I was a kid, this was so hard to figure out that you had to take this ice stone to the mystic runes. Like I didn't understand that. Look at those polygons, rock formations. Oh my gosh, 1999 Scream. I know I'm gonna keep bringing that up, but this game is just screaming about 1999. I'm trying. The camera angle is difficult to get. Okay. Gosh, get up there, bud. So I guess I'm gonna try to upload once a day. I think like I'm gonna record these episodes in bulk, and I'm just gonna like try to upload once a day. I mean, but I can't like promise anything because, like I said, this is just something for fun. This is like I have a career. This is not my job. It will never be my job. I don't want to be my job. I don't want to be one of those like cringy people like begging for subscribers or like putting things like this video and I'll give you $10 billion and I'll buy you a PS5. No, that ain't me. First of all, because I am a PC gamer. I am not one of those console peasants. No, just kidding. Console games have a time and a place, but I gotta be 100% honest. I would have been offended by this when I was like 14, but PC gaming is just way better. I made the mistake of buying a laptop as a gaming PC because it's not like you can't swap out graphics cards or anything. Sorry, oh no, damn. Sorry, I'm an adult. You know you're an adult when you get like a Ring doorbell and there's like a notification you want to see who's at your front door. There's just a car driving by. Like, yeah, you know you're an adult, like, when you have, like, when you're excited about, like, using money from a health savings account. That's when I knew, I had a problem. I'm adulting too hard. But here's the thing. This is one thing. I'm gonna give a little bit of advice. I'm gonna say things that I needed to hear when I was younger. Okay, like, don't be in a giant rush to grow up. I was kind of like that. I was in a giant rush to grow up. I was like, I can't wait to get a car. I can't wait till I have a job. I can't wait till I own a house. But and it's fun and all. Like, there's a lot of freedom. But man, like, when you're in high school and stuff, like, people like hold your hand, they tell you what to do, and you just gotta do it. And life is so much easier. You don't have to worry about paying bills. You don't have to worry about the house breaking down. Like, geez, I gotta tell you what happened to me a couple days ago. So. This is okay. So I was sitting in my basement and I heard this like scratching noise. Oh, this is one of my favorite parts of the level. This is badass. And this music. I hope people can hear it. I need to turn it up for me. But basically, I heard this like scratching noise. It sounded like water was falling. I was like, oh no, this is not good. So I go over to like my furnace and where my water heater is in the basement, and like I can definitely tell that there's an animal in the exhaust pipe. And the way my house works, there's the furnace and the water heater are both on gas, so they share an exhaust pipe out through the chimney. And I'm like, oh no. So first I take off the furnace exhaust pipe because that's where I felt like I felt like when it was moving, that's where I felt it, and there was nothing in there. There was no one there. I was like, oh gosh. So I thought so then I go up to the chimney upstairs, up on the roof. By the way, funny story. I ended up falling off the roof because as I was going down the ladder fell out from under me and I fell off. Luckily, my girlfriend was there to save me. Thank God. I was like screaming like a little girl. I was like, help me! Because I was like doing like my triceps were like holding me up on the roof. I was like, oh, but it literally would have only been like less than a 6-foot drop. I was just being a giant baby. I don't know what I was doing, but anyways, back to the story. So the next morning, it's like 6 a.m. I'm getting ready for work. You know, I'm drinking coffee downstairs, reading Reddit on the iPad, And all of a sudden I hear this scratching again. I'm like, oh no! I had just gone up on the roof and replaced the chimney cap. Oh no! I wanted to hit that jump so badly because it's so cool. But basically yeah. So then I put on. I'm like, oh no! And I hear the squirrel like nibbling at the water heater exhaust pipe. I don't know if you guys know this, but like water heater exhaust is like gapped like an inch because you definitely don't want like a buildup getting in there and like exploding. Because water heaters are known to explode. But anyways, I'm like, I can like hear the squirrel like nibbling on the grating, the gate on the water heater to like, because the exhaust comes through the middle. And I'm like, oh no! So I unscrew it all, and I rotate the pipe, and I see that there's a squirrel just staring at me, and I'm like, oh no! So I run upstairs and I just throw the pipe into the truck bed. And I'm like freaking out. I'm like, oh my gosh! So then I'm like trying to get this squirrel out of the exhaust pipe, and it just won't come out. I'm like shaking it. I'm like poking it with a stick, and this squirrel's like freaking out. It's like attacking the stick. It's like its mortal enemy. Luckily, I was able to get it out. Unfortunately, and this is bad news if you're an animal lover, when I was shaking the pipe to get the squirrel out, a bunch of other dead squirrel skeletons fell out, and I was like, oh my god, that's like morbid. So here we are. So then I put it back all together. The squirrel was actually safe. He was actually kind of fat. He ran away. I like chased him off, made sure he
You might find something.
Oh, it's just there, man.
The train headed for the Mystic Ruins will be departing soon.
So yeah, so the squirrel's okay. So it had a happy ending, but unfortunately a few of this squirrel's friends did not. Oh, I think this is the part where you meet Knuckles, right? Yeah. So this part is cool. Like, I always really liked Sonic growing up, and my brother really liked Knuckles.
What's up, Knuckles?
Knuckles is cool though. He's like supposed to be like the badass, and he's like, but he's kind of dumb though. That's the problem.
Something bugging you? No time for games, Sonic.
Sorry if you can hear that, but I'm sipping on Mio and vodka. I think it's kind of cool to, now that I'm well over 21, to drink. So this is one of the cringiest boss battles ever. It's just, the AI is just so bad.
Give it your best shot.
So you just do this, and you just run into Knuckles. Don't let him glide into you though.
Oh no.
He's like, oh no, oh no. Once again, Sonic and Tails lose their air. Like, don't you, like I said earlier, don't you, like, this is such a ridiculous plan, and it actually worked to like get Sonic and Knuckles to fight, and then Sonic was gonna lose the emeralds.
Like taking candy from a baby.
Unfortunately for this part, there's two crappy boss battles in a row. I do not like this next boss battle. You have to fight Chaos 4. Because if you count, there's 4. He's got 4 emeralds so far.
Hold it right there, creep. You can't get away with this. Knuckles, don't tell me Eggman tricked you again.
Yeah, this is about where Knuckles is just dumb.
Way to go, Knucklehead.
Knucklehead. I thought that was so funny when I was growing up. I was like,
now I have 4 lovely emeralds.
but man, this next boss fight is just so cringy. Like, Sonic is basically like Jesus. He's like walking on water. And the worst part about this boss fight is they must have thought it was really good, because you have to fight him as Sonic, Knuckles, and Tails in their story. And it's just stupid. Like, it's just bad. It's the worst. It's the worst as Sonic, though. So now he's basically a fish. Okay, so you're on these lily pads, but like, watch this. You can like walk on water like Jesus. Like, I can tell they wanted, like, they probably originally did this boss battle where, like, you had to be on the lily pads, or else it was like you would die. But this would just be way too hard. Like, I don't know if you guys can tell, but there's like a magnetic field on the lily pads. Like, it's like sucking you to like land on the lily pad. They should have had a hard mode for this game. I'm kind of a firm believer in like difficulty settings in video games, because even children's games, like, you could just set it, like, have the default be on easy mode. So like kids who like don't know what they're doing can like they'd be like, oh my god, I'm beating a game, but they're actually on easy mode and just don't know it. I would have been that kid when I was growing up, though. I would have put it on hard, though, because I was like, video games were like my life, and it was like, I needed that for my ego. But anyways, yeah, you can tell why I hate this level. It's just so bad. The camera's bad. It's not hard at all. That's like his only attack is... The fish chaos is just kind of dumb. Like, there was so much potential here. Like, what if you had to, like, fight him on a bridge or something? And, it's such a stupid weak point, too. It just comes up. Like, what does he, like, need to breathe or something? He's chaos. He's the god of destruction. He needs to breathe? Oh, my gosh. I know I've talked about this before in my last game, in my last Let's Plays, but, like, I don't understand why bosses keep making the same mistake over and over again. Oh, God. Just who is excited to watch this 2 more times? Luckily, it's a lot easier with Knuckles and Tails. Like, Tails can kind of, like, I guess, quote-unquote, fly. He, like, spins his tails together, and Knuckles can glide. Thank God that's over. That is a stupid boss. And it's 2 minutes, and I did that as fast as I possibly could. And Sonic is just sitting on the water right there. Like, it's not even ice or anything. So this is badass. But I'm an engineer now, so I recognize that this is highly unlikely. Like, there's no way you could ever generate enough vertical thrust like this to keep that thing in the air. Like, you would need an incredible power plant, and it would be so loud, you wouldn't even... But I thought this was so cool growing up.
Behold my floating mass of
God, look at the textures on that. That is so bad, even at 1080p.
But it pales in comparison to the power of chaos. Adieu, until we meet again, my friends.
I feel like Eggman's like the super genius, but his plans always, like, he can design that. Like, he literally made that. Like, that would take, like, first of all, this wouldn't even be possible, but, like, if there was, like, an engineering team of, like, 40,000 engineers, it would still take them, like, 15 years to even get that thing, like, somewhat flight-worthy. But, man, this is the part of the game that I just can't stand. Like, there's this shooter level next. There's, like, 2 crappy bosses in a row, then a shooter level.
Let's get going.
And you have to do this... You have to do this on as a Tails as well. We'll do that next, don't worry. But, you know, I don't know if you noticed, but I just got an achievement on Steam, and I noticed that like the first achievement you get is like you meet Tails, you befriend Tails, and it's so you have to get it. Only 72% of people who own the game ever got that. Now, I understand most people, like, they buy games on the Steam Summer Sale like this, and they don't, you know, ever play them. Like, I have a few games that I bought for 99 cents that I haven't played, so... But, man, they never even turn the game on. I at least try to turn the game on. Alright. You would think for a man that can, like, make a road that can come out of the ground like that and, like, rotate trees, that he would have a way better plane than that. Like, that, and actually have a seat for Sonic, too. Okay, so yeah, this is the Sky Chase. It's basically, like, it's like a 3D rail shooter, I guess. I don't know if I'd call it a rail shooter, but basically you gotta shoot these planes coming off the egg carrier. There's nothing you can do to make it go faster. So literally, what I recommend is to sit here and just, like, spam the A button. There's really not much to say. I mean, I guess I could, like, tell a story while I'm doing this. Let me think. I have a lot going on in my life, folks. I'm going to Europe. Okay, so this is another thing that really changed about me. So, about 10 years ago, I did not like traveling. Like, the only traveling I ever liked to do was glamping, which is like camping with like a pickup truck and like a really nice like RV. So I basically just go all around the state. I really liked that, but I like never wanted to go on a plane. I didn't go on a plane. This is embarrassing, and maybe I'm not the only one, but I don't know a lot of people like me, but I had never been on a plane until I was 25 years old. The first place I ever flew to was New York City. I was 25 years old. I had no interest in traveling. And I'm wondering, was anybody else like that, or was that just me? Because I feel like most people love traveling. And then I traveled to New York City, and I absolutely fell in love with traveling. I mean, New York City is like one of those places, like, it's cool, but I would never want to live there. But it's cool to visit. I'm actually going there in like less than a month again. Because I'm going to Europe, and we have to spend the first day in New York City. So, and we're going to be in Manhattan. So, in Brooklyn, so, yeah, but I don't know why, I just never like traveling. It's like stressful, like a bunch of stuff can go wrong. But I guess with the glamping too, that was kind of the case as well. And man, these controls are awful. I don't know if you guys can see it, but like, this is not how flying planes work. Cause like, look at this, like, oh man, I did not see that coming. But yeah, I don't know. Was anybody else like that? Comment in the comments if you were. Maybe I'm just weird. I am weird. I know that, but yeah. But I'm going to Europe, and I'm super excited about that. We're gonna land in first we have a layover in Iceland. Then we're gonna land in Ireland, and then we're gonna go to Paris, and then London, and then we go back to Ireland, and we fly home. Thank God this is over. Yeah, but like once again, don't you think Tails would be able to design a way better plane? And I just feel like if you crashed like this, it would you would probably die. But this is a really sad part of the game. Sonic falls out of the sky. Yeah, you know, like landing on sand like that from like miles up in the sky, that would, yeah, it would not be like that. You would be like a pancake. You would be part of the sand.
You're not who I'm looking for.
Look at the sky. Look at the sky, sunset. It looks like a Grand Theft Auto Vice City sunset. But yeah, Sonic and Tails get separated, and you'll see in Tails' story what happens to him. It's very tragic. So I think this is a good place to end episode 3. We accomplished a lot. I told a lot of good stories. We fought some bad bosses. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next episode.